on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, LA! Andre Johnson, 70 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Isaiah Street's the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. At their own 20. Chargers offense takes the field again, and boy, the Chargers are hard luck 1-4 on the year. They fall Week 5 to the Saints in New Orleans on Monday night. Justin Herbert has played pretty well as a rookie, but consecutive road games against Tom Brady and Drew Brees, that's not an enviable run for anybody, let alone the Rooks. So now at 1-4, coming up for me, look ahead at the schedule here. Things have changed around a little bit. They'll be off in Week 6, followed by a game in L.A. against the Jags, and then on the road at Denver in Week 8. So probably needing to win at least 1-2 would be great to try to keep some momentum going in this season. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. And it's caught by Ed McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, you know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
First and 10, it's Jackson. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. And Jackson throwing once more. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards to pick up there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Jets nothing.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is going to be pulled one-handed. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. A carry now for Bettis. Sheds another. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Second down and goal. Jackson. That is caught by McCaffrey. Touchdown, Chargers. And McCaffrey there to make the grab. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. We'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Lockett. Busts through the tackle. Oh, and breaks another. In for a Charger touchdown. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Brandon, I loved his game in college, and I thought he would translate well as a pro. Boy, did he exceed my expectations. Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an all-pro returner as a rookie. He's not looking back. Butker now to add the extra point. his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Well, for the New York Jets, a familiar refrain here in 2020, dominated again in Week 5, this time at the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. 30-10, the Jets falling at home, and now 0-5. That's first time since 1996. They finished that season 1-15. But Joe Flacco, Charles, he subs for the injured Sam Darnold, making his first start as a Jet, and I think, gosh, probably the first start since Week 8 of last year as a Bronco, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And you couldn't get a whole lot going. 195 yards and a touchdown. They got Le'Veon Bell back, but this team right now, let's face it, they're going nowhere fast. Major league struggles. Now, schedule changes have kicked in for them. So now this week, they'll play at the Dolphins, then they're home for Buffalo, and then at Kansas City. I'm not sure where I'm seeing the light for this team. Most of us thought they and the Dolphins would be very competitive. Right now, the Dolphins look like a decided favorite.
And his throw is incomplete.
As we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season. But, CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night. And then you got Buffalo, KC moved from Thursday to Monday to account for Buffalo playing on Tuesday in Week 5.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and start with that one because that Buffalo-Kansas City game, as you mentioned, was originally a Thursday night feature game. Then they moved it to Sunday, and then they had to move it to Monday because of the juggling of the schedule in this most unusual season. Arizona-Dallas Monday night, that feels like an old-school kind of a game, doesn't it? And now with Andy Dalton, quarterback for Dallas. And Green Bay-Tampa Bay, that's simple. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. And Cleveland-Pittsburgh, how great is this now to feel like it's the old AFC North battle with Cleveland fully in the fight?
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He gets it left side of Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Yards to go.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jets, nothing.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number. Free. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A gain of 3, second down.
Second and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Balled at the 26, second and 7.
Going to hand to Jewell. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Returnable for Lockett.
A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
35-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he whips that one incomplete there. The veteran Andre Johnson, the target on that one. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's play believer, non-believer. I'll give you a couple teams off to surprising starts. You tell me if you believe that they will continue that way. And let's start with the Browns at 4-1.
Non-believer last year, believer to start this season, believer even after they got whacked in the opener by Baltimore. I think they'll contend for a playoff spot.
Okay, the Bears, same record, 4-1.
I still want to see more out of this team, but I like how their defense plays. Still need consistency on offense.
And then lastly, what about the Panthers at 3-2?
Oh, one of the great stories in the early going. Non-believer because I think their division's too tough with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. But boy, I like what they're doing so far at 3-2. Way better record than what people thought.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady game.
3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A run. This is Bettis. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Bettis, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and pound it with a big back Bettis. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Bettis.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And this will be caught. It's Johnson for the Charger touchdown. Andre Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline. I think this one might just be over.
And his kick is right through. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 55 yards. Going for it all. And this one is incomplete.
zone.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
They'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Bettis. Taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. With that, we say so long, everybody.